Hello and welcome to our interview sessions where we interview our faculties from the Informatic Department. My name is Subhashri Mangaraj and I am a master student of Data and Knowledge Engineering. Let's meet our faculty with whom we are going to do our today's interview session. Hello.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us about the department that you belong to?
Of course. My name is Sandro Schulze and I'm a postdoc and a lecturer at the Faculty of Computer Science. I'm mainly interested in software engineering, software quality and software testing. And this is also what I'm doing research, or my research is about.
Okay, thank you for joining us today. Today, the course that we are going to discuss about is Introduction to Software Engineering for Engineers. Long name. So, what is this course all about, Doctor?
Well, mainly this course is about how to develop software in a systematic way from the very beginning, not starting with some requirements of a customer until the very end, which means I have a product that I can deploy and that I have to maintain and to evolve over time.
Okay, so it basically tells us the complete process of a project.
Exactly, yeah. Right? And in particular, the important fact here is that it's not just about programming, which many people think it's just coding. No, it's really about planning how I design the software, similar how I plan to design a house.
Okay. So, is this a basic course or advanced? What would you?
It is rather a basic course, right?
Basic course.
So it tells you which tools you can use to build the software, which steps you have to take, and then you can use this knowledge and apply it to, I would say, any software you're going to develop, right? So it's from that point of view, basic and general.
Okay. So, as you said, it's a basic course. If I go to the future prospects, like what kind of skills that I can learn from this course that I can apply maybe in my future in a corporate job?
There are different skills. So there are definitively soft skills you can learn because students have to work in a team on a project over the whole semester, right? So in parallel to the lecture, they have to work on a project. They have to, manage the team, manage the task among them. So that's a skill you definitely need in any domain afterwards. Another skill is, I would say in general, how to develop software. Right? Even in engineering disciplines, there's more software involved in producing things or even in within, let's say, cars or something like that. So that means how to develop software that is sustainable, that you don't throw away after using it once, is kind of a challenge. And in this course, you will get basic skills how to do that.
Okay, so we must be having deadlines for the whole
Indeed,
project.
There are deadlines, right? There are presentations in front of the whole class. There are intermediate meetings with me as a supervisor. And so you start really with some requirements and end up with an app. In this case, because we have limited time, we focus on Android app. We don't have a time for a huge engineering system to develop. That's not possible. That's why we focus on Android apps, which are a good vehicle in this case to practically practice the skills of the lecture.
So, like the deliverables are this project delivery, as you said, the app, or is there a separate examination for it?
Indeed, there's no exam. It's different compared to most of the other lectures. But it's not only the app at the end that is evaluated. It's also that for each phase of the development, you have to write blogs, reason about what you have done and why you have done it. You have to give presentations. And that all makes up the grade. Not only the app itself at the end, but also the process and how you work as a team.
Okay. So then I'm pretty sure that we will also learn some skills that would help us in our master thesis later.
I'm pretty much sure. I mean, a systematic way of creating things is always a good skill, also in a master thesis. Also, I would say that our faculty, most of the master theses come with some development effort.
Yeah.
And of course, programming is something that you learn in another course, but how to apply programming in a systematic way, how to come from some white paper to something that is working and fulfilling some tasks is definitely something that helps you a lot in
Yeah.
in master thesis of many domains.
Okay, so do you supervise any master thesis or projects?
I currently supervise also a project where also the two participants have to develop software that communicates with a Raspberry Pi. It's a little bit of that, and exchange data and visualize it. So there is definitely an aspect of software development. When I when I propose master thesis topics, most of the time there's as well an aspect of let's develop some tool that is analyzing some software or extending a tool that is analyzing software so that we can do new analysis. And again, there is definitively the aspect of software development.
So this course is recommended for someone who aspires a master thesis that includes development or in general to learn the phases of how a project works. Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So I can highly encourage it's
important.
also quality assurance of software, which is an important topic. Definitely, yes.
Okay, so are there any subsequent courses? As you said, it's a basic one. Any advanced courses that we can take after taking this course?
So there are no direct subsequent courses, but of course, any further course that requires some software development would be a possible subsequent course.
Okay.
As I said, since
Maybe
the
team
knowledge,
projects.
team
Team
projects
projects.
definitively. Usually there is some aspect of development involved.
Yeah, yeah.
DE projects may be similar, right? It depends a little bit on it, but most of the time, what I've seen, development plays an important role, right? And with this lecture, you get the basic tools at your hand. Still,
Okay.
you need to use and flexibly adapt them to the context. For instance, different programming languages, we don't cover
All
them,
the
right? It's impossible. But to know which steps, what you have to focus on, how you design your software, how you make sure that they can communicate with external services, all these things, best practices, this is what you get.
Even
And you
testing, yeah.
testing is
Yeah.
definitely a part, right? And I would say that many courses, doesn't matter whether they are in computer science or in an engineering discipline,
Okay.
at some point face this challenge that you can tackle better with this course.
So, are there any prerequisites for this, or
The only one I see definitively is that you should already have some knowledge in programming.
okay?
For instance, when you've taken the introduction to computer science course before, then you have basic knowledge, or maybe you have it from some practical experience from time you were working or something like that. But that's something we do not teach in that course. So
Okay.
that's a prerequisite.
So
definitively.
basic knowledge of programming is good if you aspire to
Yeah,
take
it's
this
actually
course.
required because if someone comes without any programming experience,
It
he or
becomes-
she has to learn it
along with
on
the
their own.
course,
Yeah,
yeah,
because we
okay.
don't focus on that in the lecture. It's not part.
Then that becomes hectic. So
Becomes more time consuming,
Yeah.
more efforts, right?
okay, so any particular strategy that you would suggest to the students to get a better grade?
I mean, here it's different to other courses where you have an exam at the end, where I usually recommend always work on the task along with the semester. Here, there you have no other chance. You always have
you
to
have
work.
to work.
Right?
There's no-
Of course, time management plays an important role.
Yeah.
Don't move everything to the end of the deadline is definitely a recommendation that holds always. Another one is that when you work on the project, try to get one day where you do the work, not distribute it too much, because always working 1 hour every day on it is not very effective.
Okay, so better take a complete day and work
Or
on
half a
it?
day,
Ah,
right?
Okay.
But it also depends on how you work with your colleagues.
Okay.
Are you doing always everything distributed? Are you more working really physically together? There are different models, and everybody is a little bit different and feels more comfortable with the one model or the other.
Yeah. Okay, so
But I would say one recommendation is try things out. Don't worry about destroying things. Right? It's about also a little bit of creativity.
Okay. Okay, so any common mistakes that you have come across that usually students do in this course?
Well, they may sometimes not one common mistake is that we have these regular meetings where they can ask about clarification. Did I understand the requirements right? Which problems they couldn't solve? Sometimes they don't ask, and then after half of the project, it turns out that there are a couple of problems and they hardly can solve them.
Okay.
So if there is something in your way, ask. There will be also forums where you can discuss with the other students if you have possible problems, because usually they occur not only to you but also to others.
To others, yeah.
Don't hesitate to ask. Right? Time is running, and if you
It
ask
will
too
pile
late,
up to
then
the
yeah.
end. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
So it's better to clear your doubts while we are
Right.
working.
That's
Yeah, sure.
one.
So, any general advice to the students who aspire to take this course?
I would say you're welcome. Just join the course. One thing is, you should, of course, be sure that you take it, because if you start and then after, let's say, 3 or 4 weeks, you say, I don't want to do this, it's too much effort, then it's not very nice to the other students of your team. They lose a team member, the work is still the same, they have to write, then this is, that's hard for them, they have hard time. So really be sure after 1 or 2 weeks,
That you
but
want to
afterwards
do
don't
it,
skip it in the middle, then it's really, it's not nice for the others.
Yeah.
So it's-
Okay. Thank you for all the insights. I'm sure that would help all the students that wish to take the course. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.